Good morning. This is my morning view, and this is Spring Edition 2026. I'm Mona. Forgot to tell you who I am. That would help. And today it's Wonderful Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday is the day that I give gratitude and thankfulness to the Lord. So, Lord, thank you. That you're dismantling me. I give thanks to the Lord for giving me this space on social media and for other things in my life that pop up. And so yesterday, during my morning view, I recalled something that, I cleared off out of my garage, a portion of my garage, putting garbage together, getting recycled together. And there's this little pink crate. It's broken, but it works. So on it is strapped a little license plate that belonged to my son when he was little. And we use it for recycle. We set it out. The guy doesn't throw out the crate. He just throws out the paper garbage. It's for paper recycle. That's what it's for. He knows it's not paper. He's not going to throw it in the truck. He leaves it there. We were trying to put things away Saturday because we were done doing what we had to do because it was going to be raining and had to close up for the evening, go eat dinner, etc., etc. And I had, to make room where I was working at, I had placed the crate into another cardboard box that had cardboard in it. And my back was in excruciating pain Saturday after that. And I said, I need to get that paper garbage out of the crate and put it in that box. And my husband said, no, you don't need to do anything with it. He knows not to take the plastic. He's not going to know. It's in the box. So in my head, I'm thinking, I need to do this. I need to get this done. And it didn't get done, right? Partly because my husband was like, he knows not to take it. There's some things in my life. I've been watching some videos for training on strongholds. And the trainer said that when something comes up and something comes blurting out of your mouth, unexpectedly, you're like, oh, it could be a stronghold. It could be a stronghold. And so, yesterday, when the recycle guys came and they threw out my little pink crate with the license plate because it was in the box, while I was doing my live, I should have just left you here, ran out the gate, but instead I ran out to the front to see whether the crate was removed from the box. It was not. I ran out the door. So all these little pausing for doors and for windows, I didn't make it. I should have just ran down after him, but the whole time I'm thinking, I got you guys on hold here. In the middle of my view. Welcome to my chaos. It's minor chaos, but it's chaos nonetheless. It's minor unless it triggers a root issue. So after I was off my live, that's exactly what it did. Like, I held it together for my live. After the live, I was like, went back through all the times that I didn't do what I thought I needed to do. And then when I didn't do it because of somebody else saying, oh, no, you don't have to do that. Or somebody telling me, you need to do this. And I go to do it and it fails. The advice that I get from people, if I take it, it's never worked out for me. Okay, so there's that never worked, right? And so yesterday when this hit, it was, I never, I always, I can't. The whole stream came flying out. And all of a sudden I realized what I was learning about strongholds. And I realized God was showing me a stronghold. He's showing me a stronghold. There is a root that goes deep. And although this was just a leaf pulled from the tree, see, I have trees all around me. One leaf. I pull one leaf off of that tree, how I felt was I could feel it all the way to my roots. I could feel that pain all the way to the root. And it was like, this is painful. It's a broken crate. I could replace it for $3. It's a little license plate with my son's name on it. That is a little bit more cherished because even if I get the exact same plate, it won't be the plate. But is that holding it? Stuff. It's stuff. It's stuff. My son doesn't care about it. It's just stuff. But it triggered the pain and the memory of throughout my whole life being stolen from, never vindicated, never got it back, even when I could prove it was mine, even when it was confronted. Things broken. I was just thinking about this, the breaking of certain items. Just about everything in my house has been glued. Some of it could have had really great value because I eBayed it. I looked up on Google this morning and I saw one on eBay for like $5,600. And I'm like, wow, that would have been fine if the nose hadn't have been broken off. There was multiple things like that. All the stuff from the crystal factory that I went when I was in Germany, and I went to the crystal factory, and I didn't have a whole lot of money, but I bought like 3 or 4 little things, and I put it on a shelf, and that all got broken. The teapot that I got from Czechoslovakia, broken. It's just this, thing of brokenness. So stealing, brokenness. When my father died and my mom came to live with me in Tennessee, the house was vandalized. The house was vandalized. And they destroyed everything. And there was a lot of things that I left there that I thought, well, maybe one day I'll retrieve it. Vandalized. So, stolen, broken, vandalized. There was something else. I can't think of what it is. That was the other thing. Yeah, my brain's still wandering because it's like, no, there was another one. There was another one. And I guess it's trying to hide. It's trying to hide from me. In my brain. So what happened is that one little trigger. Oh, things that I've lost. Things that I've lost. Sometimes lost because of other people. Other people's advice. And lost things. And I was like, every bit of that flooded into my soul. Flooded into my soul. And I felt all the pain of all the years over one stupid little broken crate and a little license plate. It wasn't about the crate. It wasn't about the license plate. It was all the stuff accumulated. And it's very strange, if you want to call that I had a conversation with God this past week about stuff. You know, I talked about Job yesterday. I was talking about how Job lost everything and God replaced it all. Trusting in the Lord. Do we hold things more than we hold our trust for the Lord? Because I was thinking about, you know, I've been talking about the wildfires and what do you do when the day of calamity comes and, you know, all of that, right? I've been talking about that on here for the last, week or so. And so the thought was, I know that I'm on a time crunch here. So my brain's going tick, 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 tick with the time. well, I'm trying to figure out how do I shorten this. Because I still have to do my 3-minute video over on YouTube. By the way, when you finish watching this, don't do it right now because you're watching this. If it's today or tomorrow. Tonight or tomorrow, this longer version will be uploaded over to YouTube. Right? So that's why it may not be there, so don't go anywhere now. You're watching it now. But go over to YouTube, Mona E. Harrison, different than my Facebook profile, and subscribe. And on Facebook and YouTube, like, share, comment, get all the bells and whistles, hit the notifications. Because it helps the algorithm. Algorithm. And if you find that content is valuable, I mean, yes, I get a little lengthy in talking about it because I'm struggling for words and thoughts because I do these impromptu. But for the most part, I do these impromptu. So I don't know what I'm going to say before I say it. So here it is. It's coming out. It's my morning dew. I'm sitting here with my coffee. Sometimes I'm pacing out here with the dog. That's why I call her the star of the show. She hasn't been very active lately because she's on medication that makes her a little loopy. So, anyways. We talked about stuff. This conversation with the Lord. And stuff just doesn't matter. But He showed me yesterday that a broken $3 crate and a little license plate with my son's name on it from when he was a kid hit me really hard. And it wasn't, I keep saying it wasn't the stuff, but it is the stuff because it all accumulates together. There's this, I share this stuff because if it can help one person, it's worth revealing. Now, mind you, I'm not getting all emotional on here. No, I saved that for off camera. And I barely ever do that. For that internet issues, it stopped me. I'm like, I don't have time for that. So I'm like, every single time. I have Jerry Lewis faces when I'm talking. I'm not necessarily like angry or, sad or, I'm a little dramatic in my expressions. So, with that, for something that minor, that small, he was showing me that I do hold on tightly to stuff. I do hold tightly to these strongholds. And the stuff isn't the stronghold. That's the outer wall. That's just the outer wall. So when you look at strongholds back in the day, you had your outer wall that contained the city, but then you had a fallback space, right? And the last stand, that last space where you fell back, may have been the castle itself inside the wall. Whatever that last fortification was, that was the stronghold. That's where you stood. That's where you stood your ground, and you were not going to let it fall easily. And those are the things, the strongholds in our life that prevent us from moving forward in Christ, in being able to be usable and moldable by the Lord. He's shaping us. But he's only shaping us on what we allow ourselves to be shaped through. And a lot of times we don't want to let these strongholds go. And a lot of times we don't even know what they are. We have this outer rim that has an appearance of a problem, but the root inside that stronghold, that root of that tree that needs to be cut down at the root, dig the roots up. There are some trees, some plants that if you even leave a sliver of the root, it can grow back into a whole another tree. There's a lot of invasive plants that do that. A lot of invasive trees, a lot of invasive plants. A lot of them are not natural to the environment where it's at now, because people have introduced these things. They're like, oh, wouldn't this be a nice garden plant? Next thing you know, it's taking over. Mint will do that. Put mint in containers. You don't want them in your garden. That I killed my last mint plant. Yeah. So, if you want the plant doctor of death to come, just call me. I can kill any plant. Anyways, there you are. Trying to get my connection because, again, wireless connection doesn't work well on my phone, and I don't understand why. I could be in the house and it does that. Where was I at? Because it was off for a very long time. Fortifications. Okay. There are things that are on the outside that give you an appearance of a stronghold. But it may not be the root. It may be just a fortification. It's just the outer wall. Right? It has this appearance of, oh, that's the problem. I have a problem with this. And it's like, no. There's a deeper problem than that. There's a deeper problem than that. It's an emotional issue that's gone deep throughout my entire life of things happening over and over and over again. And so it has built and fortified a big, thick fortress inside the city walls. So with that, trying to think here, I want to put my phone down and hope that the internet stays, because I only have about 3 minutes, and I don't even have that. So I want to bring this home. we need to find out what the root is. I think I know the root. It's all those times when all those things were happening throughout my life. And it's not just stuff, it's other things as well. And so it all accumulates into one deep, fortified stronghold. And because I was talking to the Lord about it, and then I was learning about strongholds, He brought it to my attention relatively quickly. Within a couple of days, it was there. And it's like, wow, Lord, you work fast. You work fast. Because in order for me to move forward in God, I need to relinquish some of the things that I hold tight to. Things that I feel are there for protection. Things that I feel that, well, if I let this go, then I'm exposed. But who is my fortress? Who is my high tower? Who is my strong deliverer? Thank you, Lord, for bringing to my awareness a stronghold. Gotta let you go. Blessings, everybody. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for my Chicken Scratch Thursday. Okay, also AKA known as Thirsty Thinking Thursday. All right, bye.